everyone. I wanted to re-record the video I made for Dog Q&A 11 because it was so loud out here, and I realized after 11 videos that Facebook Live does not record sound from a wireless mic. It has to be wired. So I bought a mic. Now I'm going to be wired. Hopefully it won't trip up the dog too much. But this video is going to be about recalls. So a couple tips right off the bat is you want to make sure you have a high value reward for your dog when he or she comes to you. You want to be excited. So if you're frustrated about something, don't call your dog and punish them. Don't be upset, just fake it, a little bit if you have to. When your dog comes to you, I'll show you something you can use called a collar grab. And then you want to use a cue word once your dog knows the motion of coming to you. So first you want to reinforce the behavior, and then once your dog will do it each time and every time, then you can add a cue word. So I'll bring Sammy over. I'm doing this at a later time than normal, and oh, I wish you could see him now. He's chasing a squirrel. And that would be a perfect time to see if I can call him. So let me give it a shot. Sammy, come here, buddy. So what I like to do is get down low, pat my legs, good boy. And then when he comes to me, I do a collar grab. So I hold his collar while I give him the treat. So what that does is if your dog gets loose and someone tries to grab your dog, they'll often just grab the collar because that's the only handle that they have. But dogs that aren't used to that will sometimes turn and snap and bite the person. So you want to get your dog used to that and make it positive. Oh, this is perfect. There's a dog next door that he likes, so that's great. We'll use that. So you always want to make it rewarding for your dog to come to you. So if I was going to call Sammy away from the fence now, I would let him go back to the fence because I don't want his coming to me would be ending his fun, so I don't want to do that. When you start training a recall, you want to start with a long line, which I've got here. See? It's going to be tricky with a long line and a microphone, but we'll give it a shot. Good boy. Come here, Sammy. So you see how he shies away from me? It's just him. He doesn't like to be grabbed or restrained, so I always wait for him to come to me and make it positive. Good job, buddy. So when you use a long line for the recall, that's so that you can always get your dog to come to you. So if you're working in a more distracting environment like a yard or a park would be a very distracting place, then you have a way to get your dog to come to you. A lot of people think this is cheating. Well, sort of, but your dog is still coming to you even if you have to reel them in and then they get the reward. Sammy. So you can pull him in like that. He comes. I bring him in, do the collar grab, get the reward. So these long lines come in 10 feet up to hundreds of feet. So start short. You want to have your distance short when you begin training recalls. Come here, Sammy. Good boy. And then you want to keep the distraction small. So start in your house, maybe on your 6-foot leash that you walk your dog with, and go from there. Then you can build it up after that. If your dog, okay, so here's one other tip real quick. If you're going to let your dog out and do your training for your recall, train your dog, do some commands before you go outside, or play with your dog a little bit first. That engages your dog with you before you send him out to have fun in the yard. So just a little tip. When your dog is going outside to play, let him engage with you first, then send him out. So that way you're still fun and engaging. And then you can reward that as well. And your reward for your dog could be letting him out. So first you engage with me, then you get to go out. Okay, so if your dog ignores you, so say Sammy is at the fence. Our dog left. So say he's at the fence barking wildly at a dog. I am not going to try to call him during that. What I'm going to do instead is calmly walk up, and we talked about different leashes in one of the past videos. I'm going to take my slip lead And I'm not going to try to call him. I'm not going to say anything. Sammy, come here, buddy. I will try to call him now, though, so we can demonstrate this. Sammy, come here, buddy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, buddy. Good job. Here, kitty. So I've got him on an automatic sit when he comes to me. Right now, he's very hot. He's also 13. So if he's at the fence barking, what I will do is then walk up to him, slip this around him while he's engaging in his antics, and then pull him away so he's far enough out that he can look at me and take treats and do a known command. So that's bringing him down below his threshold because he's going to be really amped up at the fence barking. Take him away from that and then have him sit and look at you. Sit, buddy. Good boy. And then he gets rewarded for that instead of barking at the fence. And then he also just came with me, so he gets rewarded. If your word is negative for your dog, so maybe you've called your dog a lot, I'll let you go, buddy. Okay, all right. You've used your word a lot, your recall word, whatever it is, if it's come, if it's cheese, it doesn't matter. Maybe you've called your dog with it and he's ignored you, or you've punished him when he came to you, or you were angry when you called him, or you ended his fun. That word may be negative now, so you want to change the word to literally anything that you're not using for something else, something that you'll remember. So keep that in mind. And then be consistent. That is a very important thing in this, is that everybody who interacts with your dog needs to be doing the same thing. So always having a positive reward when your dog comes to every person, and then make sure you're not ending their fun. And so one other tip, last thing, is when your dog's at the fence barking wildly or maybe chasing a squirrel, your dog is likely not going to come back to you until you've worked on this a lot. So don't call your dog in those moments. Use your slip lead to go retrieve your dog if you need to, or wait him out, and then try calling him to you. So maybe he barks, and then he gets distracted, comes a little closer to you. That's a good time to try. So hopefully this helped, and hopefully you can hear me better on my new mic now. So thank you guys for watching these, and if you are following my YouTube channel at all, it will help if you like and subscribe to that and share the videos as well with anyone who might need them. And then I'll be posting this today, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next one. All right, bye-bye.